There are two virtues in the spiritual life that as soon as you say you have them, you can lose them. So the two virtues are, first, humility, and the second is purity. As soon as you say, I have humility, you're going to lose it. As soon as you say, I have purity, I'm pure, I haven't sinned, you're going to lose it. You have to be humble to have both those. You have to be humble to have humility. You have to be humble to have purity. They're gifts of God. They're gifts that we can ask from God. They're gifts of the Holy Spirit that we can ask, the spirit of humility and the spirit of purity. And these were two gifts that St. Anthony of Padua had in his life. I can say he had them. He couldn't say he had them during his. I can say he had them. He was humble. He was pure. It's tradition on the memorial of St. Anthony to hand out lilies to people, to hand them out a lily. A lily is a symbol of purity. You always see the virgins, or the early virgin martyrs, always holding lilies in their hand. A lily, because of its whiteness, is a symbol of purity. And so it's tradition on this day, if you ever go to a Franciscan church, to hand out lilies and to bless these lilies in order to pray for the gift of purity. So if you're by a Franciscan church today, go by a Franciscan church, get a lily of purity if that's what you're struggling with. It's a great virtue. It's a virtue that we always need to ask for. And it was because St. Anthony had a pure and meek heart. He was meek and humble, but he also had a pure heart to love God and love Jesus. And that's why whenever you see prayer cards of St. Anthony, there's always the child Jesus there. Innocence, purity. And I think the child Jesus gave him that because of his pure heart. And so if you want to develop that innocence, that childlikeness, pray to the infant Jesus. Always go lower in the spiritual life. Don't try to go higher. Go lower. And if you go lower, then God will raise you up. So lower yourself before Jesus. Become like a child. That's why maybe the infant Jesus appeared to him, show him, you must become like children in order to enter into the kingdom of heaven. You must be like a child in order for God to give you wisdom. And so he was like a child in his heart. And that's why God gave him wisdom and understanding and miraculous gifts of healing. St. Anthony was born in Lisbon, Portugal.